like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? So the girls are done screaming and yelling and trying to fight. And now it's time for a serious game of chess. Hey guys, thanks for clicking on the video. This is my review for season 8, episode 16, which is actually the finale episode of Basketball Wives. So, like I said, they're done with all the screaming and the yelling and trying to fight. And now it's moved on to let's play chess. Checkers ain't getting it no more. So now they got to play chess. So the girls are separated out. They're in their 2 separate groups, basically. They end up deciding one group went out dancing and having a good time. The other group went out to eat. So, you know, and that just kind of shows the difference in them anyway. They're different. They're different. Jackie kind of got herself, I don't know what part Jackie's playing really. I really don't. And she's like, you know, it's so hard to be in the middle, but I just kind of feel like Jackie put herself there. So Jackie put herself there. Anyway, but Cece and OG are totally fine. They seem very comfortable with what they were doing. They were having themselves a good time, sitting down, eating, and just chilling. And the other girls were partying and drinking and dancing and carry on, and they seemed like they were having a good time. So everybody was doing what it is that they really need to be doing any old way. So later on, after that, basically the next day, Shaunie's telling the girls, you know what, we're going to have our last meeting up together. We're going to have a big old lunch together. We're going to have a little luncheon. And I do not want OG there. She goes in and she basically says she just feels like OG's a liability and she does not want her there. At the same time, you're got over at the other house where they're talking, and Cece is actually saying that she's over all this other stuff, and she doesn't even care to see the other girls anymore this trip. She wants to just chill and have herself a good time, and she don't want to see them no more, and, you know, she's done with it. So, said, okay, well, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. So over at the other place where Shaunie and Ev and all of them are at, Evelyn is explaining how she's going to now play chess, basically. She has reached out to Chad, and she got in his ear about what's going on with her and OG, and he basically has emailed her what seems to be DMs of OG blowing up his DMs. And this has been going on since 2013. So 2013, and then coming up as far as like 2 weeks ago. And then saying like there basically is no real responses. You know, he has these like blank responses to her, like, yeah, okay, hey, you know, and that kind of thing. And it just all making it look very one-sided, like she's really jocking him. And even showed where he mentioned Kwame to her, and she just continued pursuing him. So she had them all printed out. And if that's not bad enough, Evelyn said, I'm going to post them live. She's going to post them. I said, okay, here we go. I said, so I talked about this a little bit last week. I said, looks like Evelyn's getting ready to really go for OG's neck. Because that's the one thing that we do know about OG, she wants a family, and she wants a family with Kwame. No matter what I think of that relationship, OG is happy with Kwame. OG is in love with Kwame, and OG wants to have a family with Kwame. And again, not my choice for her, but that's what she wants. And Evelyn is set out to make sure that that don't happen. I said, okay, cool. So Jackie and Shaunie actually meet up, and she lets Jackie know, you're invited. You and Cece are invited to lunch, and all of this, and OG is not invited. And Jackie has some confessional stuff, but she ain't say nothing to Shaunie. Basically, she's like, she kind of was like, "Well, Shaunie, do you think?" And Shaunie's like, "No, nope." But in the confessional, Jackie's like, "Well, what about Malaysia? What about Evelyn? When are you going to chastise them about their behavior the way that you're chastising OG?" But she didn't say that to Shaunie sitting at the table, not that we saw. That was said in her confessional. And she just kind of just said, okay, so that was it. So that was that. Jackie goes back and she relays the message. They're down at the hot springs. And Jackie tells her, and you could tell OG's feelings were hurt. You could tell her feelings was hurt. Even as mad as she's been, and she called them all bitches and everything like that. Even as mad as she was, you could tell her feelings were kind of hurt at being uninvited. At that point, I was trying to figure out what was going to go on. How was it going to play out? As far as the group of friends, what were they going to do? That I wanted to see what was the response going to be from Jackie and Cece. I immediately got the sense that Cece was going to be like, you know what, well, I'm not going to the luncheon. And I didn't know about Jackie, though. I didn't know if OG wasn't invited. Would Jackie actually choose to not go to the luncheon and hang out with them two, or if Jackie would still go to the luncheon? And I was just, I don't know. I just was thinking of it. And I just was like, all right, I know Cece's going to sit over there with OG, but I got a feeling that Jackie would go on and go to the lunch. But anyway, we never really got a chance to see how that was going to work out anyway, because while they were at the hot springs, the other girls were at like this little petting zoo. The things that were in there, I wouldn't have been petting. There was a puma in there, and they was petting it, and weird. But anyway, they were there. Little did they know it was kind of close to where the hot springs situation was. Once Shaunie actually explained to them that she talked to Jackie and she disinvited OG and all that, Evelyn took it upon herself. She was like, oh, no, 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 no. Because they were definitely sitting there saying, oh, yeah, yeah. They were talking about her being aggressive and them not wanting to be around her and it not being safe and them not feeling safe and, all of these little things that she had been saying and all of her threats. And they felt like she wanted to fight everybody in the group and all of that. So they were all on board with this. Then Evelyn was like, where's the hot springs at? Because I'm ready to go hit her with this information. I'm going to go crack her face with this information. So all of the people that were so scared of her a minute ago, y'all going to go over there and confront her. So now that was wrong. I said, now if y'all ain't comfortable enough for her to be at the little luncheon, then how are you comfortable enough to go over there and approach her with some bullshit? But okay, y'all go ahead. So that was wrong. But in essence, it's like I said before. She pissed Shaunie off. It's going to be problems for you from here. Right, wrong, or indifferent. You pissed Shaunie off. And Shaunie knows how to get back at you with this. I run everything. I move shit around. I shake things up. And if I don't want you at places, then you're not going to be there. And I was like, okay. So they go on over there. And before they could get there, they didn't go get all the way to the hot springs. They ended up meeting in the parking lot. They ended up meeting in the parking lot. Cece didn't even want to be bothered with talking to them. Cece got in the car and sat down. OG and Jackie walked over to them because they seen them sitting over there. They rolled over to them and they gonna have this conversation. So Evelyn gets started and she's, busting out her little stuff and basically going ahead to confront OG and embarrass her. Well, the shit took a left turn. And while Evelyn thought she was playing chess, Evelyn was actually playing checkers. And she was playing checkers and she didn't have enough checkers. She didn't have enough checkers, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute, because I feel like Chad Ochocinco is a dirty motherfucker. Chad set Evelyn up. Okay? I don't know how she said. She said, we cool, me and Chad, we're not married or anything. We're exes, but we cool. Y'all ain't cool. Chad set you up. And I said, She starts up with her receipts. And when she started up, OG said, oh, let me get my phone. She goes and gets her phone out of the car. And then she comes back and combats Evelyn's DMs printouts with her text messages out of her phone that went back to 2011. So it cracked Evelyn's face, not in one place, but in two places. Because not only did Chad, he held things out to make it to change. It changed the narrative. It made it look like OG was after him. He wasn't interested in her at all. He changed the dates. He only went back to 2013 for her. And I'm like, oh my God. And OG just hit her with, no, girl, this started back in 2011 and he was on me. And then we see, I thought it was pretty strange that there was never any interaction and that she would continue on like that. But I said, well, let's see. All the interactions, of course, there's no interactions in the DM because they're all in text messages. They were directly to her phone. And it started in 2011, which is a time when that's before they got married. He was actually dating Evelyn at that time and was trying to get at OG. And not only that, there was actually a message in there, a few where she was saying, don't you have a woman, which meant she knew about Evelyn. Of course, they're on television, so she knew about Evelyn. And he said, he played her down, said, yeah, I'm seeing somebody, but we more like best friends. I said, girl, if that ain't a crash, bam, boom, honey, I said, oh, that's dirty. That is so dirty on Chad's part. But it just, to me, I thought Evelyn looked foolish, completely foolish. I know she had to be completely embarrassed, which was, well, they say when you dig one hole, honey, you dig one for yourself too. And I said, okay, so she broke that up. Now, this is where I got confused. And it started to make some of the stuff in my comment section make some sense. I kept saying to you all, because this has been the craziest season of me reviewing this show ever. It has been a complete kerfuffle of this between myself and the comments. Well, not really myself and the commenters are like attacking. And I kept saying to you all, I don't understand. I don't understand where this colorism piece comes. There's a lot of stuff about colorism that I'm seeing week to week to week in my comments for this show. And I never understood where that started and where that came from. And now I'm starting to understand after this scene that a lot of this is in real time. And I've told you all before, I don't do my reviews in real time. I don't follow any of these people on social media. I only report on what I see on screen. So I don't know about what is going on with Evelyn and OG present day, present time. I don't know what happened in the reunion. The reunion hasn't aired yet. Now I have heard now that OG can't film with the other girls, but I didn't know about any of this 3, 4 weeks ago when y'all start coming at me so heavy. Now it's starting to make sense. I've been accused of being colorist and all this, and I never understood where the colorism part of it even came into this. And I'm fine with you. If you feel like I'm colorist, that's fine. I'm not going to sit here and argue back and forth with you about me being a colorist. I'm not. And that's that. And I'm not going to go back and forth. If you think I am, hey, your business, not mine. What you think of me, not my business. But at least now I know where that piece of this even comes from. Because I never knew there was a color battle really going on around here. Had no idea, didn't know it was even going on, but now I understand. Once this little stuff came out about Chad Ochocinco, in the midst of this argument, OG blurted out to Evelyn, "You'll never be black." And Chad wants a black woman. And she starts talking about Evelyn having braids in her hair and all these accusations about her wanting to be black. And she's like smacking her ass and saying this is all natural and this, that, thing, and the other. I said, okay. Now, I'm still thrown off to that because, okay, I don't know. And now I've heard a couple little things about Evelyn using monkey emojis and different things like that. After this has happened in real time, we're talking about in real time. There's been some arguments back and forth on social media, and Evelyn's like putting up monkeys and shit like that. No, I'm not no fan of that. That ain't cool. So there is a underlying colorism thing going back and forth with the argument between OG and Evelyn. It wasn't going on the show. So that's where I'm not crazy. I didn't know it was going on. So now I'm like, okay, and I still am just puzzled. I was puzzled that that argument went there. And it looked like other people were puzzled too. Other people were puzzled with it too, but okay. So that went down. I was like, wow. Okay, well, this is interesting. This is very interesting. So after that, they moved on and they went, the girls went to the lunch. We didn't get to see, like I said, that whole thing of me trying to see, is Jackie going to stick with her group or is Jackie going, flake out on them or, the three girls went on because it just shit had just got too out of whack at that point. They went on back to their place, to their little villa, and the other girls went and they had lunch. And they were sitting there at lunch. And to me, they sound stupid. They sound completely stupid. Sitting around here trying to debunk what was clear to make Evelyn feel better. Now, if you really wanted to make Evelyn feel better, you'd have told Evelyn the truth. Chad Ochocinco set you up. Chad gave you a piece of an envelope to go throw into a woman's face, knowing that the woman had the letter that was mailed in the envelope, and all you got is an envelope. Chad set you up. Now, if y'all are really girlfriends, that's the shit y'all should have told her. At this point, it ain't about you being mad at OG. It's about you being mad at Chad because Chad fucked you around during the marriage, after the marriage, and still fucking you around. The marriage is dissolved and gone. OG, they were trying to paint this narrative that OG is a homewrecker. I ain't gonna give her that. Now that I ain't gonna give her. I ain't gonna put that on her. You know, because she played a part too. She played a part too. She knew Chad had a woman. Now that's that. We watch a TV. She knew Chad had a woman. Do she owe that woman anything? No, she doesn't owe that woman a thing. Her and Evelyn were not friends. So I won't give her homewrecker because she's not Evelyn's friend. She ain't Evelyn's friend now. So I won't give her that. But she wasn't with Kwame at the time. And he had a woman, his problem, not hers. You know. But that's a certain type of woman. But I ain't giving her a homewrecker because she don't owe Evelyn nothing. She's not Evelyn's friend. Anyway, and he was doing what men do. Oh yeah, she just like a friend, which is just bullshit. But whatever. So I won't give her homewrecker. Then as we go on to the end of the program, Jackie was saying to OG about her. She was telling her basically that she didn't agree totally. She understands how it is to be pinned as the person that is aggressive and crazy and all of these things. But at the same time, Jackie was telling her, girl, it's this reason, this reason, this reason is why they see you that way. And I don't know if she was hearing, accepting, or what, but no, she wasn't bowing to what Jackie was saying. And she is set on what it is, and she don't feel as though she's too aggressive and all of that. And her famous last words were, I'll break her jaw. That's the last thing that OG said for the season. Last scene of the season, you see OG saying, I'll break her jaw. I said, okay, well, that's not helping. That's not helping. Her words were not helping. And Jackie was telling you, your words is what's getting the problem started. It's why you're not welcome over there. And your words are getting you in trouble. And I'll break her jaw. So, OG definitely won the fight. She won the fight completely with these girls. She won the fight. When she busted that out, they called her ugly and all of this shit. And it really tipped the tables and had them all looking really foolish. Well, it was really more Evelyn, but it had all of them because they were all worked. She worked them all. As far as goes with OG versus the ladies, I got to give it to OG. OG won the fight, but OG lost the war. OG lost the war. You played your chess game, sis. You did that and you won the fight, but you lost the war because on the other side is the power. The power is on the other side. Period. The power's on the other side. You even won in the court of public opinion, OG. You won in the court of public opinion, but the power's on the other side. You ain't allowed to come to the reunion. And it'd be different if you were a person that don't care. If you're a person that said, fuck them, I don't give a shit, and exit stage left, that would be a problem. But you're not a person that feels that way. You feel slighted. You are pissed. You really do want to be a part of the reunion. You wanted to get your point across and be able to sit on stage and wear your pretty dress and be seen by the public and everything and finish out what it is you came here and started. But in essence, no, the power rested with the other party. So when it comes to that, Shaunie and Evelyn are sitting there with the key. And Evelyn's key is that she got Shaunie in her pocket. And you like I said, you won the fight, but you lost the war. Because now they put you in that other room, and it's just, you're at a disadvantage when it comes to all that. So that was my thing. That was my thing. And yeah, you won the fight, sis, but you lost the war. So I don't know. We're going to see. This reunion stuff is getting ready to start. We're going to see what actually happens going forth. Now y'all done forced me to start looking at the damn previews, which I usually click the previews off. I usually try to click them off before they even get started so I don't see anything. But I watch the previews and I'm like, okay, they showed her leaving the building. So I don't know, did she actually film at all? Because if you don't film at all, then you really just threw your hands up and you're not even getting your side of the story told. So that wouldn't be a smart move. The fact that you can't be right on stage to debunk face to face, because that's the whole point of the reunion, to get mad and leave, you really are leaving yourself open. You're winning. Trust me, you're winning in the court of public opinion. You're winning in that place. So I don't know. But we'll see. Shit. We'll see next week. All right. We'll see what goes on from here, y'all. Very interesting.